In this lesson we cover distant light. Distant light is a parallel light from a distant source, and you can use this type of light to simulate sunlight. So here is the scene we are going to be working with. In order to have a nicer render to work, let me just add an Arnold sky and increase its exposure to 1 and samples to 4. Also, if I just get out of my camera view, I have 2 light portals behind these 2 opening to our interior scene, so they can guide the sampling of the Arnold sky inside the interior scene. Now let the IPR clean the render. Now let me add an Arnold distant light. Just move it up a bit and rotate it. So as you can see, the position of the light doesn't matter at all. The only thing that matters is its orientation. So even though the light is in the middle of the room, we can see only the direction of the light matters. Let me set the intensity to something like 1.5 and exposure to 1. Also in the detail tab, enable use color temperature, and let's use a warm value like 5250 to get a warmer light. We have a new attribute for distant light called angle, which can be considered like the radius for the spotlight. Angle is the angular size of the light in degrees. As you increase the angle value, your shadows become diffuser, and the sun's angular size is 0.5, and if you do that, you get a beautiful realistic soft shadows. Now let's draw a render region using shift and drag so we can quickly try different angle values. When set to 0, the shadows are sharp. Then if I increase the angle to 0.5, which is the sun's angular size, now shadows are really realistic and diffuser compared to the previous one. We can try something like 2 to get very diffuse shadows. Now as we increase the angle value, we are going to get some noise at the shadow edges, so we need to increase the distant light samples to clean those up. Probably something like 4 would be enough. Now if I go to the render setting for the final render, let's set the camera samples to something like 4, and diffuse samples, because we are dealing with an interior scene, probably something like 7 is necessary. And let's increase our diffuse ray depths to something like 2, so we have a bit more realistic and direct lighting. Now if I go to my picture viewer, we can take a look at the rendered image with the settings. As you can see, we have this beautiful shot using the Arnold sky and distant light, and also light portals. So that's about distant light, and in the next lesson we quickly cover the photometric light. See you there.